matters until you shine a light on it. Kind of like your own being. And that actually ties into what I want to talk about today, is the concepts and things that we know, the words that we use, are only snapshots of what they represent. Like if we say a tree, and I just learned this recently, but 99% of a tree is actually what we call dead, and only 1% is living, the part that's growing and transferring the nutrients to the top from the bottom, from the roots and the electrical signals, and all that stuff that's being produced is only produced by 1% of the tree, and 99% of it is dead, and it's just foundation for the rest. And that can be a metaphor for the living and dying, how we're just building on top of the bones of our ancestors, but also what I want to talk about more so right now is the fact that when you think of a tree, in my whole life I'm thinking of a tree as just this living thing of what I understand to be living, right? A tree has green leaves and it has bark and all these things, but in actuality the word tree is not describing a tree. It's a snapshot of what a tree, like not even the essence of a tree, right? It's just an idea. But every tree is so different. Even the tree of today is not the tree of yesterday. There's the processes are going to be different. The weather was a little different. There's foreign invaders like bugs and parasites and bacteria, fungi that's attacking it. It's stressed out a little bit. It's missing some leaves, and it's getting more or less chlorophyll through its processes. Like it's doing a lot of stuff. It's living through process. There's not a clear beginning and end, but you can say that just saying that's a tree is not accurate. And how does this relate to you? Good question. This relates to everybody because we have these concepts and these ideas of what a person should be to the individual level. We're saying that's John, and for this purpose, we're going to say John is a middle-aged, recently retired man that is physically active and in general is in a good mood. But today John does something unexpected, and it makes you question who John really is. Maybe John got really angry over a situation, and you're like, what? I thought John was easy-go-lucky dude. And what that is failing to account for is sorry you can't see me right now. I'm trying to turn, but it's failing to account for the Johnness of John. So if you look at everything as a process of life as just one big flow, there's not a start and an end. And if you put a word to it, you're at very best, all you're doing is taking a snapshot of what John was at one time. But it's not the John today. John might have ate something he was allergic to yesterday, and his body's recovering from it. He might be sore. He might have a million different things going on with his neurochemistry that's affecting him. Something he could have saw a red car that drove by right before you talked to him, and it reminded him of his ex-girlfriend. Who knows what's going on with John? The point is that John is going through a process of being John, but John is not the image in your mind of John. He's a process. He's not this snapshot image you have of who he seems to be generally, right? It's very important to remember that, and I think if we can remember that, we'll be a lot more lenient, a lot more compassionate, a lot more empathetical towards people. If we realize that even us, especially us, hopefully we can realize it, that everything's a process. It's a flow of life. There's not a stop. There's not an end. There's just a transformation that's going on. And any point along this transformation is not representative of what a previous point was, right? And that previous point is your memory of, or maybe your concept of what it should be. And this is really hard in things we're close to and things we're attached to. Say a close family member passes away, and now we're trying to find our new life, because up until this point, they've been a huge part of it. And now, through the process of transforming in the flow of life, they're gone, which is a process to make, to help proliferate more life. It's no one's avoiding that, right? So, to be more empathetical, to be more understanding, to be more loving, a great technique to use is to realize that everything is on the same flow of life as you, yourself included. There's not a single snapshot someone can take of you that represents you as in your wholeness, in your being. A million processes. The me driving right now is not the me walking. There's a million processes going on. There's muscle contractions. There's thoughts. There's things running on autopilot and things not. So you can't say I am who I was just a few minutes ago when I got in the car. I'm a different person. With that, I'm just enjoying today. It's kind of a gloomy day. Tomorrow might be a day that I might enjoy a little bit better with some more sun, but I'm enjoying the gloominess of today too. Like, you wouldn't know how much you enjoyed the sun without the days that aren't sunny.